Hello, my name is Carl Harricks of Predictive Solutions. This video will walk you through a demonstration of Oracle's Endeca information discovery solution for a full-service restaurant. This solution combines multiple sets of data from various source systems and displays it as an analytical tool for the user. We will focus on revenue data, consumer sentiment, geographical data, as well as weather data within this demonstration. We will go over different metrics and discovery possibilities contained within the solution by leveraging the different data sets. By analyzing consumer sentiment, we will see the vast capabilities of combining both unstructured data with structured data to obtain an even greater understanding of operations across the business. Focusing on the left-hand side of the screen, you will notice three main areas: enterprise search, enabling search capabilities across your data sets and presenting results in seconds; selected refinements, which displays the currently selected search criteria, as well as available refinements, allowing business users to select the criteria to perform their analysis on. These are the attributes pulled out of each of the ingested data sets. By clicking on an attribute, the page filters itself to display only data related to that attribute. This changes across all pages within the application, enabling in-context analytics throughout the solution. To the right, you will see the different display capabilities, enhancing your user's experience and enabling graphical representation of analytics. You will notice the summarization bar at the top of the screen that shows various metrics or KPIs, including the number of covers, total revenue, average check, and average alcohol spend. Further down the page, you will see other charts and graphs that encompass the full-service restaurant's operational data. At the bottom of the page, you will find a results table that displays all of the operational data ingested to calculate the metrics displayed upon the screen. Let's start by just looking at the Northeast region. I will go down to the location attribute and select Boston, Stamford, and Providence. As you will see, the page updates for just the Northeast locations. By scrolling down the page to the alcohol metric, we see that wine 8 is the lowest selling alcoholic beverage. Maybe if we remove the Boston location, this will change. Once I've removed the Boston location, I notice that wine 8 is still the lowest selling alcoholic beverage. I wonder if wine 8 is the lowest selling alcohol beverage across all locations. I will remove all pre-selected locations from the selected refinements and see how this affects the alcoholic beverage sales. By removing all refinements, we see that wine 8 is not the lowest selling alcoholic beverage across all locations, but that bar liquor C is. This could tell us a number of things. Either wine 8 is not popular in that particular region and should be substituted off the menu for a more appealing beverage. Perhaps a marketing promotion could be run to help drive sales of that particular beverage, or that perhaps just in the Northeast, those locations should evaluate a more regionalized menu if that particular beverage does not sell well across that geography. Next, let's look at corporate spending. We will select payment methods within the covers metric and then select corporate Amex. We could click on the attribute from the guided navigation or directly within the graph. By clicking on corporate Amex, the page refines to reflect only this attribute. Looking at the appetizers sold to corporate consumers, we notice that shrimp cocktail is the least revenue generating appetizer, and that oysters and prosciutto are the highest revenue generating appetizers. This could tell us that there needs to be more incentives during the business crowd rush hour to pair the shrimp cocktail with entrees to make it more attractive for purchase. Next, we're going to go to the survey page. We will see the tag clouds at the bottom of the screen that show us the different keywords that come out of consumer sentiment. As a keyword has more instances, the more bigger and bolder the font within the tag cloud. You can see this with words such as cold when compared to crummy. By looking at the survey graph, we notice that Atlanta has the highest amount of responses. Let's click on Atlanta and see if we can drill down further. Let's focus on the negative themes to see if we can better understand situations that would cause bad survey responses. Within the negative themes, we see the word disrespected. Let's click on that. Then when we move to the geography page, we notice right away that both customers were female. Let's see if we can see the actual store locations to where this occurred. When looking within the record details, we noticed that the initial survey occurred at the store with a specified geocode. We also noticed that this survey occurred on a Sunday at 5 p.m. By looking at the other survey's record details, we noticed that this store was located at the same geocode, telling us at this particular location we are experiencing poor standards of service. We also noticed that this survey occurred on a Friday at 5 p.m. This could tell us that the waiting staff during that shift could be the culprit, or the manager on duty needs further assistance in that particular location. Next, we're going to navigate to the comments card page. We notice that Denver has the worst ratings out of all locations, reflected by the negative sentiment in the graph on the right. When clicking on Denver, the negative themes tag cloud represents the most frequently occurring keywords when comments have been captured. It seems that there are some issues with the porcini mushrooms, as well as the entrees being dried out. This tells us that perhaps this particular location requires further analysis to understand why such comments are being stated. This could indicate a quality control issue. Finally, when reviewing the weather page, we can analyze how adverse weather conditions can affect revenue sales across all locations. For instance, by clicking on freezing rain within the tag cloud, we notice that Boston still has a high percentage of total sales, whereas Houston has a lower percentage of total sales. This could tell us that Boston customers are more accustomed to dining out during adverse weather conditions. There are several actions we could take as a result of this insight. We could offer incentives to Houston diners to encourage them to dine with us during adverse weather conditions. We could adjust our stock levels, reducing them to take into account a reduction in demand. Or we could also reduce our labour for that anticipated adverse weather timeframe. We hope that this full-service restaurant demonstration helped you understand the vast capabilities of Endeca information discovery when incorporating structured and unstructured data across multiple data sets. Thank you for your time.